So we had an exciting round last week where you held on by the skin of your teeth to win by a single cent.
Yes.
Which was very disappointing. But with that, the standings, let's take a look at them now, are you have 19 wins to my 15. We are only playing to 20 wins here in this season, so you theoretically could end this today. You could be crowned our champion today.
I've been pretty nervous about this, I have to say.
Yeah. I'm sure you're sweating bullets about this. All right, so we've got, today we are going to open a pack of 2 packs of 1990 Fleer. Now, these are some special packs, my friend. These packs have been donated to us by a listener.
Nice.
These have been donated by a friend of both yours and mine, Mr., well, we call him Lil Mitchie.
Little Mitchie.
So, Lil Mitchie, when I was in Seattle, found some baseball cards that he had that were unopened, so he provided them to us. So we've got, I think we've got 2 more packs after this. Maybe we'll wait a week since we don't usually do the same brand week after week. But so these are graciously donated by Lil Mitchie. So thank you, Mitch. And let's, before we get started here, let's first go over our rules. We are going to be scoring these cards using a May 1992 Beckett Baseball Card Weekly so that they have some value. The rest of our rules are as follows. If the player in the picture is wearing real stirrups, that's good news. You get an extra cent. If they are wearing the 2-in-1s, which were starting to become popular right at this time, we take away a cent. If they are wearing a mustache, that's awesome. I'm sure you look like Tom Selleck. You get an extra cent for that. And if you are now in the Hall of Fame, you get an extra 5 cents. So big money to be had here from these cards. Looking at these 1990 Fleer, just looking at some of the money cards in this set, there is a Kevin Moss rookie card that is worth 45 cents. There's a Juan Gonzalez rookie card worth 75 cents. That's big money right there. And then there's the Dave Justice rookie card, which is $1. And there is a George Brett Error card. Ooh. That's worth 75 cents.
Ooh.
Also a Will Clark rookie, Will Clark, not rookie card, but a Will Clark Air worth 75 cents. So not a lot of big money cards, but it looks like a lot of these cards are worth 2 and 3 cents. So I'm shooting for somewhere between 30 and 40 cents is my goal here. But I'm going to let you, as usual here, pick between the 2 packs. I've got one on the left, one on the right. Which one would you like, my friend?
We're going to go left this week.
One on the left. All right, so I am going to let you go first as usual when you pick. So let us open this. Now, if these have been opened before, we know who to blame.
Yeah, hopefully he stacked them, though, instead of making them bad.
All right, so you get some stickers. You've got the 4-pack here. You've got some good one. You've got the old Orioles logo, which is nice. You've got the Red Sox. You've got the Reds. And apropos for you, you've got the Astros.
Nice.
The old school Astros, like the atom with the thing with the Astrodome.
Nice, yeah.
So. All right, so let's start right off with catcher for the San Francisco Giants, a former manager, and I believe he does. I think he used to at one. He might still do TV for the Cubs, but it is none other than Terry Kennedy. Nothing? No Terry Kennedy nicknames? Did I lose you? I cannot hear you if you can hear me. Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Okay, back.
There you are. Your first card was catcher for the San Francisco Giants, Terry Kennedy.
Oh, sure. Kennedy, all around, solid catcher.
All around catcher. Nothing going on price wise. He does have real stirrups though, which is good. So that'll get you on the board at least and start you off with 1 cent.
Terry Kennedy, by the way, something that's come up on this show a couple times, left-handed hitting catcher.
Yep. And this is him at the plate from the left-handed batter's box. Next, we've got outfielder for the Boston Red Sox, Danny Heap.
Ah, yes. I remember Danny Heap very well.
I remember him mainly because I remember, like I said in a past show, I remember a lot of the Red Sox teams from the late 80s, early 90s because they would play the A's every year in the ALCS. And the A's every year would beat them.
I remember him pinch hitting. He was like their first pinch hitter off the bench.
Well, he has got no mustache, no stirrups that I can see, and is not worth anything. I feel like you draw this guy every single time. I mean, we've done a lot of these Wax Pack heroes, but you seem to draw Rick Sutcliffe more than other people.
Yeah, I that's a good point. I do get Rick a lot. Not Peter Sutcliffe, just saying, but Rick Sutcliffe.
But what's weird is he's never worth anything except for the real stirrups and the mustache. That's really all you ever get from him,
at least,
as is the case here.
At least he's got that for me. You know what I mean?
All right, so you're up to 3 cents. Oh, you got a Hall of Famer here. Very nice. This is he was a third baseman at this point for the Milwaukee Brewers. Thanks out there. Third baseman for the Milwaukee Brewers. It is Paul Moliter.
The great Paul Moliter. Can't say enough good things about him.
The Igniter. The nickname that we just have never really heard. So that card is worth 2 cents in Beckett. Can't see any stirrups, no mustache, but he is a Hall of Famer, so that will end up being a 7-cent card for you, and that brings you up to 10 cents.
Nice.
Next, this guy was a stalwart for the California Angels starting rotation. Him, Chuck Finley, and Mark Langston. It is Kirk Mccaskill.
Ah, yes. Solid pitcher all around.
He was, he was always that number 3 guy behind Finley and who else? Just Mark Langston. No value on the card here, but he does have some nice real stirrups and sanitary socks showing. So that is 1 cent. That'll bring you up to 11 cents. Next,
one thing I remember about him. I'm sorry, real quick. One thing I remember about McCaskill is he almost lost 20 games one season. He lost like 19 or 18, and then they benched him.
No.
Bummer year.
I for some reason, I did research recently on 20-game losers in a season, and there are a lot of them. And recently, too, like, that you remember, what was his name for the Cubs? Young, I think was his last name. I don't remember who it was exactly, but there, in the last 30 or 40 years, there have been a lot of 20-game losers, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
You've talked about this guy before, catcher for the Minnesota Twins, Tim Laudner.
Tim Laudner. Yeah, I remember. I don't remember a whole lot about him.
Talked about him.
He was a solid defensive catcher, I believe.
Yeah, he was always the backup in Minnesota for those teams between 88 and 92. No value there. No mustache, no stirrups. This guy is going to get you, when we institute the new rules, this guy's going to get you 2 cents for his mustache. It is a fine, fine mustache. It is Kevin, don't call me Lance Blankenship.
Kevin Blankenship. Yeah, I remember Lance more than I remember Kevin.
Yeah, I don't remember. The only reason I know of Kevin is because of his last name. And obviously I know who Lance Blankenship is because he was with the A's. But no value there, but that is just a beautiful mustache and very well groomed. That'll get you 1 cent, bring you up to 12. Next, we have got, I believe this guy was the closer for a while for the Detroit Tigers at this point. It is Mike Henneman.
Mike Henneman, don't remember a lot about him.
Fairly certain he was a closer. No value, no mustache. Can't see his stirrups, though, so Mike's not going to help you out.
I'm assuming they were there.
Now, if I am correct, I'm gonna ask you this and see if you can get who this is. I believe this pitcher, and he was with the Padres when he did it, as he is here. served up the record-breaking hit when Pete Rose became the all-time leader for base hits?
Ah, man, I don't know. Eric Shaw?
There you go. Very nice,
Hey,
Eric
how
Shaw.
about that? That was a total guess, man.
No value on the card. He has got a mustache because he always had a mustache, and he's got real stirrups, so good for him. That'll get you 2 cents, bring you up to 14 cents. Next, we have got a Major League Prospects card. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to give you any value. I have never heard of either of these two guys.
Okay.
So, needless to say, they did not go on to fame and fortune. We have got infielder for the Cubs, Greg Smith, and pitcher for the Giants, Stu Tate. Stu Tate
and Greg Smith. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, so let's see here. Beckett is going to give them 2 cents. I think just as a default because they're rookie cards. Stu Tate has a mustache, though.
Go Stu.
So that'll bump that up to a 3 cent card. That'll get you 17 cents. Oh, boy. This guy was a pain in the butt for the A's when he was on the Dodgers. Was he on the Dodgers in 88? Yeah, so he was on the Dodgers in 88, and then in 90, he was traded to the Cincinnati Reds, where he likewise was a pain in the A's side in the World Series. It is Mr. Mickey Hatcher.
Ah, yes, Mickey Hatcher. Kind of a goofy guy, big dude.
Definitely.
And I remember he had a baseball card where he had a giant mitt on.
He has several baseball cards with that giant mitt, and I was gonna just say this is one where he's just got batting gloves and a bat over his shoulder. So very subdued for Mickey Hatcher in terms of a card.
He was on his meds that day.
Yeah, no value, no mustache, no stirrups. Next, we've got outfielder for the Texas Rangers. It is Mr. Rick Leach.
Some memory of Rick Leach, not a whole lot though. Nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot about him.
He played a while, I think.
Let's see. I can't tell if he's got real stirrups on there. And he's got a mustache. So you're going to get 2 cents at least for it. So that'll help you out. I really don't. The name seems familiar, but I always think of a Rick Leach as a pitcher, and maybe I'm getting him confused with someone else.
Yeah.
All right, next we have got a pitcher for the Montreal Expos. It is Tim Burke.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in quite a while. Let me think. Tim Burke. Sorry.
It hurt when you thought there, I could tell.
So
this is a good looking.
Tim Burke had a really good year one year. I'm trying to remember. He was a closer, wasn't he?
I am not sure here. He's a big lanky dude. Let's see. Tim Burke played from 85 to 92. He was a closer. He had his career high in saves was 28 in 1989. He was an all-star that year. Ended up with an ERA of 2.55, a 9. Okay, he had a 9-3 record with 28 saves.
9 wins?
9 wins. Let's see.
saves.
How many blown saves did he have in 1989? Does Baseball Reference not give you blown saves? Or even save opportunities? That seems odd. But yeah, I don't see anything telling me how many saves he blew that year in order to vulture 9 wins. But yeah, that was his big year right there. But no value in the card from Beckett, but he does have real stirrups on, so that'll get you up to 20. You've broken the 20-cent barrier.
There we go.
With 3 cards left, we've got a great. I mean, we talk about him all the time. Pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. It is Brett Saberhagen.
Gotta love Brett Saberhagen. He was always, you could count on the guy. You know, if you're a Royals fan, you were glad the day he was pitching.
Yeah, clearly their ace. That card is worth 3 cents, which is nice, and he's got real stirrups on, so that's 4 cents. That'll bring your total up to 24 cents. The pictures for these cards are really nice. They did a really good job of keeping it all uniform. They have the focus on the player. Most of this is game action, and everything else is out of focus in the background. So the players really pop, and then they're kind of sticking out, usually a head or a bat or something sticking out of the frame of the picture. Not the prettiest cards elsewhere, but the pictures are really nice. All right, so you've got 2 cards left. This one is, I've made known that I really enjoyed this guy. First baseman outfielder for the San Diego Padres, Carmelo Martinez.
Yeah, you have made known that you like this guy.
If your name's Carmel, I think part of it is because I love caramel, however you say it. So Carmelo Martinez makes me think of caramel, and how much I love caramel, and how much I am now thinking about how I say caramel, and having no idea how to correctly pronounce the word.
See, now he could be one of my favorites if his name was Marshmallow Martinez, because I dig marshmallows.
Well, just wait till the next guy. But Carmelo Martinez has got some real stirrups, but no mustache. So that'll bring you up to 25 cents. Now, your final card, and the reason I say wait till our next card with the word marshmallow is because this guy has kind of a marshmallow-esque body.
John Kruk?
It is none other than, at this point, the DH for the Yankees, Mr. Steve Balboni.
Oh, yeah, Steve Balboni. We used to say about him, close your eyes and swing as hard as you possibly can because you might hit one out.
Bye-bye Balboni. Yeah, now I would never say it to his face that he has marshmallow body. Now, I believe he is managing the Skeeters, the Sugarland Skeeters down in the Texas Independent League. That's the team that Roger Clemens will every now and then come out of retirement to pitch a game with. A lot of guys that are former major leaguers go there, or the Newark Bears, and kind of hope to get picked up. I believe he is managing, and I believe he also has a ponytail at this point.
Oh, good for him.
Which is kind of a weird look. Maybe I'm getting him mixed up. I think Greg Gagne managed them before Balboni. Maybe he had the ponytail. Whichever, it just looked out of place on either of them. But that card is not worth anything. Real stirrups, and of course that would be a 2-cent mustache next season. That will bring your total up to 27 cents.
That's a respectable number.
So, yeah, I think it's beatable, though.
Yes, it is.
I have some confidence that I might be able to beat you with that one. So I am going to go ahead now and flip over here to my pack, and let's open it up. And let's see. I've got a Royal sticker. That's okay. Yeah. I feel neither here nor there about the Royals. All right. So let's see. I am going to start off with the. This guy was a rock for the Pittsburgh Pirates at old Three Rivers, right? That was the Pirates, and then and then Riverfront was the Reds, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
It's hard because they looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
This guy played quite a while. He also played with glasses at one point. It is Jay Bell.
Jay Bell, absolutely. Solid player.
He really was. He had pop. He wasn't great or flashy, but he was solid defensively, and he played for the Pirates forever. And he was on those teams with Bobby Bonilla and Barry Bonds and Spanky and and Jose Lind was his double play partner, El Chico.
That's right.
But no value, no mustache, can't see his stirrups. Next, we've got pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. It is Mr. Gene Harris.
Yeah, Gene Harris, I remember he was not necessarily a horrible pitcher, but not necessarily a great one either.
Yeah, kind of just middle of the road. He was a Mariner pitcher.
He was a Mariner pitcher, exactly.
Pretty much.
He threw, whenever they needed him, and you just kind of prayed.
Mariner pitcher in the 90s.
That's right.
No value. Can't see his stirrups. He does have a mustache, so that'll get me 1 cent. I'm on the board. Next, we have got former MVP, although he probably didn't deserve it. Here he is with the Cardinals. He was on that 85 World Series team. Then went on to anchor the hot corner up until Chipper Jones did in Atlanta. It is Terry Pendleton.
You got to love Terry Pendleton.
I do. I also love that Beckett's gives him 2 cents, and he's got real stirrups, so that'll get me 3 cents. But Terry Pendleton, yeah, he was on the Braves quite a while before Chipper came up. I think the Braves and the Cardinals were the 2 teams he spent most of his career with. Won a Silver Slugger 1 year too, I remember. But Terry Pendleton.
He had I think he won a couple Gold Gloves too.
I think he might have.
Yeah.
I think he was just kind of I don't think he was ever as good as his accolades. He was by far an above average player, but I don't think he was. I think he got good press.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Okay, next we have got left-handed pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, Mr. Rob Murphy.
Wow, I wish I remembered more about Rob Murphy, but I remember his name. That's about it.
About him. Other than he's a left-hander and he's worth absolutely nothing. He sounds like a mid-'90s, early 90s Red Sox guy, though, Murphy. Now, this guy, if you just showed me his picture, he's wearing a White Sox uniform. I would say it's Jerry Royce, but it is not. But he is a starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, and he spent a lot of time in the minor leagues. A lot of time. It is Tom McCarthy.
Wow, I really don't have any memory of him.
He looks like he's 104. He does have a big blonde mustache and stirrups, so he at least got me 2 points. But yeah, I don't know anything about the guy other than he played in the minor leagues for a long, long, long time. So good for him that he got up. Next pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds, Ron Robinson. Not to be confused with Don Robinson, the caveman.
Right. Ron Robinson. No clue who that is.
Yeah, I remember Don August knew Ron well, but I don't remember much about him, and his card is worth absolutely nothing. So, no help there.
You're cruising along,
I'm going to take a... Yeah, this pack is not good. I am going to take a hit here, too, for sure, because I have got 2 of the same cards back to back here, and they're not going to be worth a whole heck of a lot. Catcher for the Montreal Expos, Nelson Santavena.
Yeah, you've definitely got the pack that I've never heard of. It's the Mark's never heard of pack.
So Nelson, I know the guy from cards. He's got a mustache in both cards, shockingly enough, since they're duplicates. So it'll get me 2 cents, but that is literally all I'm getting there. And this was taken from spring training, too, so he might have not even been up that year. That'll bring me up to 8 cents. I am not exactly killing it here. All right, I'm going to ask you here because there's a Mariners. He's listed as a third baseman, and it is not Edgar Martinez. Any clues?
Jimmy Presley.
There you go, because that's who I always ask you about. Jimmy Presley, never worth anything either.
No, it's never a payoff card.
No, Edgar is 520, and Jim Presley is 522 in terms of card numbers. He is kneeling down, though, and I can see he's got real stirrups, so I'm going to at least get a cent from him. This might be the best card in my pack. I'm not going to lie. It is the first baseman for the Oakland Athletics at this point. It is Mr. Mark Maguire.
Well, what can be said about Mark Maguire that hasn't already been said? Positive and negative.
That card's only worth 3 cents, but again, that might be my best card in this pack. That'll bring me up to 12 whole cents. I'm not even halfway to you, and I've only got 5 cards left. Next, this guy, I believe he ended up maybe pitching for the Mariners, or had he already? No, he had not already. My only hope here is it's his rookie card, so maybe I'll get a cent or two. It is Sean Holman.
Sean Holman?
Sean Holman.
I kind of remember. I kind of remember it being like a card that I collected, but it never went. He never really went anywhere, if I remember correctly.
Well, Beckett's is going to be nice to me because it's a rookie card and give me 2 cents for it. That's all it's worth. No stirrups, no mustache. So that brings me up to 14 cents. Well, he's a great player. I hated him as a manager. He's just retired last year. It is Mr. Mike Scioscia.
Mike Novososha.
I'd never heard that.
No? Yeah.
No, I'd never heard of Mike Novososha. That's a good one.
Yeah, Scioscia, LA Dodgers fixture behind the plate.
Yeah. He was a good catcher. Very hard nosed. He's an old school catcher. Wouldn't want to get in a scrum with him.
No.
Became a little bit rotund as a manager, but I put on some weight too. Beckett's has no value for Mike Scioscia, and he's never had a mustache. Can't see his stirrups. I knew he was definitely wearing stirrups because he's a catcher.
Well,
but no,
he was also a left-handed hitting catcher.
Wow, we're coming up with a lot of them today.
Yeah.
All right, so this one, I don't know. Was he that great in 1992? This is a rookie card. This guy went on to have a great career. Not a Hall of Famer, but a good career. This is his rookie card, though. He came up with the Baltimore Orioles. It is Steve Finley.
Oh, man, he's one of my favorite players of all time. I love Steve Finley, man. He used to patrol center field, and it was only for the Astros for 4 or 5 years. But he was amazing as an Astro. He was just like Mr. Defense, had a great arm, left-handed batter with a little bit of pop. He was fun to watch.
Yeah, I remember him with the Orioles. Definitely remember him with the Astros, and then I think he had probably his best. You think his best years were with the Diamondbacks?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he hit a lot of home runs when he was with the D-backs.
Definitely won the World Series there with them.
Yep.
Let's just let me pull him up here real quick. Steve Finley,
couple Gold Gloves.
89 through 2007. That was a long career.
Wow.
2-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove winner, obviously on the 2001 World Series team. Led the league in triples a couple of years. He ended up hitting 271, an OPS of 775. That's kind of low for what I think of him. An OPS plus of 104. So, wow. I mean, those are average. OPS plus of 104 is almost as average as you can get. But 304 home runs in his career. But,
yeah.
Steve Finley. That card is only going to get me 2 cents from Beckett. No mustache and no stirrups. So I'm not holding out hope. I'm 11 cents down with 2 cards left to go. This one, an Astros outfielder, Terry Poole.
Terry Swimming Poole.
P-U-H-L.
Yes. Fitting the water, ocean, flooding theme that we had earlier, going on with the guys with the fish names, swimming pool. Maybe Kurt Flood can get thrown in there.
Kurt Flood, yeah, that would fit. That card is worth absolutely butt kiss to me. Nothing there. And my last card, I know it's going to be worth 1 cent because he's wearing real stirrups. It's actually a pretty cool card. He is sliding feet first directly into the camera. He's listed as a second baseman. He was really an infield utility guy for the Braves for all, a good portion of their late 80s, early 90s run. It is Jeff Treadway.
Way I remember that. Yep.
Card is not worth anything other than the stirrup money. So that'll bring me up to 17 cents. And I have fallen 1 cent short of you.
Again?
And let me find where I update the scores here, because with that, my friend, you have now reached the 20-win plateau and have been crowned the first season champion.
Gonna pull the wax!